Okay, so today we are going to learn how we can do data extraction for a systematic review, particularly, but you can adapt this one for a scoping review as well. Well, we know that data extraction can be done in Excel and also in Covidence. Um, People think that it's very tricky to do the data extraction in Covidence. No, but it's very easy. It's easy to set up and it's transparent. But for some reasons, I even used to do Excel in very complicated data extractions. But Covidence does a very good job, trust me. So I'm just gonna go back and refresh a little bit where the data extraction step is in a systematic review. Mm, so let me see. Yeah. So these are like simple steps of the systematic review. When it comes to data extraction point, you need to follow these steps, or you have already followed these steps before you come to extraction. The first thing is you need to set up a research question or a review questions, and you need to know what are the what are the inclusion and exclusion criteria. I'm talking about a systematic review interventional ones, so it's a PICO naturally. So what is PICO? And then you have to do a comprehensive search to identify all relevant studies to answer this review question, and then you have to screen studies, and you need to know what is PICO to screen as well. So just imagine now you have done all these three steps, and you are in a phase that you have, let's say, 15 studies to extract data, and now you need to think whether I'm going to pick Excel or Covidence, or am I going to what are the data types, data extraction points, things that I'm going to extract. Okay, so this is kind of a summary of the things, but you can just improve this one, add, edit. These are just examples, and I usually go in PICO format, like population or participants, intervention, comparison, outcome, so that I won't miss much things. But in addition to them, I'm going to extract some details about publication details, and details about the study design and other stuff as well. So when it comes to publication details, I would love to know who are the authors. That's the way to identify the paper. Maybe title, country of publication, year of publication, etc. And then about the participants, like who are my participants, what's the condition, what stage they are in, like if it is a cancer, what stage are they in, if it is new arthritis, grade 1 or 2 or 3, or the grade, and then if it is an ankle sprain, what grade are they in. So you need to extract those details, be sample size, what gender my participants are, and what age are they when they were recruited to the study. And then of course intervention, about details about the intervention and comparison group, they should be similar. um, and then intervention, like for example, what type of intervention is that, an exercise, if it is an exercise, is it a stretching, strengthening exercise, or just general swimming, aerobic exercise, whatever the exercise type it is. If it is a drug, okay, drug A, B, C, what it is. And then how long the intervention was there, like for a week or 2 weeks, 1 year, 2 year, 2 years, likewise. And the dosage, like for example, if it is an exercise, how many repetitions were there, for example. And you have to extract the similar details for comparison group as well. And why are we extracting these details? Because at the end, systematic review is a summary of things, like we have to generalize to whatever the population that we are interested in. Let's say my study is about ankle sprain, but all the studies are that I found were on grade 1, so I can generalize, okay, these systematic reviews have more implications on grade 1 ankle sprains. And the interventions and comparisons act similarly. When we know our interventions that we included, we can generalize into the exercises. This particular systematic reviews findings are valid to this particular intervention compared to these comparison groups, as an example. And then we need to extract the details about outcomes, what type of outcomes that these authors have measured, and what type of measurement tools that they have used, and whether they measured like you know, before before intervention, after intervention, maybe they have follow-up data points after 3 months, after 6 months, after, I don't know, 1 year. So you need to extract those details as well. And also you see the study design details. Why it is important to extract the details of the design? Because, you know, in a systematic review, we need to do a quality assessment parallel to extraction or after extracting. So when you do a quality assessment really depends on the study design. So it decides what tool that you are going to use. So it is important to have that one handy as well. And other things like source of funding perhaps be important to the reviewers, or for example, I need to know who are the funders funding this type of particular research. And then adverse events, if reported, any research limitations. I usually extract the future research directions as well. So yeah, these are some of the data points that you can include. So, just refreshing about systematic review PICO. So, PICO is participant, intervention, comparison, outcome, and design. And I'm pretty sure if someone is watching this video on data extraction, they should know these steps as well. But when it comes to now, I show how you can extract data for a systematic review based on PICO. But if it is a systematic review, we might following PCC concept, or participant concept and context. Then you need to extract the details according to PCC, so you won't miss anything. Okay, so that's, I want to refresh. That's the kind of revision bit. But let's go to our extraction. So I've done kind of like an Excel sheet in a Scratch. So if you want to do it in an Excel sheet, this is how you do it. So publication details, and then you add different columns, you know, study ID, article, what is the article name, author's name, publication year, country, and then you need to know about participants. So you added description, age, sample size, like total, and male, how many percentages, what's the percentage of males, what's the percentage of female population. And then I need to extract details about interventions. What's the type of intervention, how long the intervention has given, and what's the dosage, who provided, is it a GP or researcher or a practitioner, like physio, occupational therapist, likewise, who provided the intervention. And the same details will be extracted for the comparison group as well. So you can add, this is just like simple sketch, simple template. And then outcomes. So just imagine like in a systematic review, we know what are the outcomes prior hand, what is beforehand. So in this case, let's say function. So what's the measurement tool to assess function measurement tool, and then pain. What's the measurement tool for pain that the authors used? And then similarly, so you can add strength, and then what is the measurement that they have used. Bear with my spelling errors, but yeah. So function, yes, they have assessed. So either you can code this like 1 says yes, 0 says not. That's the study 1 has assessed, study 1 has not assessed. So likewise, you can either I prefer coding, but you can either use text as well. So functional measurement test, a measurement tool, well, they have used a questionnaire called SF36. And then if they have measured, yes, pain they have measured, they have used VAS or NRS, I don't know, whatever the paper said. And then strength, yes, they have no, they have not measured, not applicable. So likewise, you can fill the data. And then the other one is results. This is very important when it comes to meta-analysis, so we have to be accurate as much as we can. And then function, for example, function, what's the value before you do the assessment, what's the mean and standard deviation. If it has measured in a different unit, you can mention that one, but make sure that's mentioned what's the unit. So function after the intervention, was the mean value and standard deviation. And if it has follow up at 3 months, let's say 1 year, you can keep on adding columns, and then you can add the data. and the most important thing here is keep the unit, and then also you can have separate columns for mean and SD. That's up to you, but these things should be there. And then I have left research limitation section and research suggestion if you need to keep an extra note, for example. Okay, later on you decide to exclude because of you know, XYZ reason, I don't know. So you can add a little note. So this is how we can do it simply in an Excel sheet, but I want to replicate this one in the in Covidence. So let's see how we can do it. So I have opened up several reviews, several reviews where you can see different steps of data extraction. So this is where it has not started extraction yet, so I'm just going to form my extraction template from the beginning. So you can see here the data extraction template, similarly quality assessment template. So I'm just going to do data extraction here, and you see there's something like by default is given. It's there. Either you can either you can edit it here, or you can use the same template. It's up to you, but I would really like this you can edit, but I really wanted to start from the scratch, so I'm just going to do this one. Yes, proceed, I'm happy, and then we are going to start from the beginning. So you can see when you hit this plus sign, there are headings, subheadings, text fields, single choice, checkboxes, tables. So you can use this one as you like. So I'm just gonna use the heading. So I'm gonna use this one for my publication details, and then you can drag it up and down if you wanna. So I'm just gonna keep it up, and then table. So this is kind of like a text field. So what are the things I'm gonna, like, if you can go to my Excel sheet, I need to add the article names. This is generally automatically will be extracted anyway, but I'm just gonna put, so author's name, publication year, you know, that you can keep going adding the things, and then you can go to another heading. Okay, now I want to extract details about participant, and then let me try another option rather than going for text field. You can see the preview over here, how it looks like to a data extractor. So I'm now just going to go to checkboxes. Just imagine this particular review, it's on LGBTQ population, so I need to specify, or let's say description of the participants. This, oh my goodness, my spellings. Description. So if it is on LGBTQ, I need to know whether this paper is on lesbians, gay, bigender, T, Q, and then you can also add other options so that you can see other here. So you can tick it here and then type it out here. And so let's say I want to pick single choice one. So I'm just going to take as an age category. You can either have this one as a text field like age here. Let me see, I'll show you that one as well. So either you can use age, okay, age like that, or you can type it here, or otherwise I can type it as an option. Let's say categories. Okay, this study is on infant, like children, adolescents, my goodness, adolescents, I'm sorry about my spellings, but I'm just gonna Google it. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. So I'm just gonna copy this one. Yeah, and then adolescents, and then old adults, or I don't know, middle age, whatever the category, you can just list it down. So you can pick here, or you can simply give the age ranges, you see, like 0 to 10, 11 to 25, 25. This is a random classification of age. You can just change it as you like, you know. So you can pick any of the options from here. And the other way is making tables. It's also possible here. You can keep on adding columns, Just imagine I wanted to measure my three outcomes, something about my outcomes. Okay, let's function. So my example outcomes are function pain strength, and then I want to measure what tools that they have used. So I don't want an additional row, I want one row. So measurement tool. So you can see function pain strength, and when I read the paper I find if it is pain function is measured, yes, or you can just say function is measured SF36, pain NRS, strength MMT, for example. Likewise you can put what measurement tool that the authors have used. So likewise you can just keep going with all the other, these ones as well. There's no use of just repeating, it's just the same way. So you can follow the method, and then once you're happy, once you're confident with the data extraction form or template, you can publish it. So like if it is like most recommended way is to do the data extraction by two people, and then if there are any conflicts, then they can get together and then resolve the conflicts, or a third person come in and resolve the conflicts. And there are other ways that you can do, like either you can do it by one person and the other person could cross check it, or other person don't have to cross check. It really depends on the um, depend on the team to decide. So I'm just going to show you how you can do it in the settings, how you can change it into one person data extraction or second two people extraction. So you can see reviewers required for data extraction, so you can either say one or two. So that will allow in the system in a way that it allow one person to extract or two people to extract. Okay, so this is one of the studies that they haven't started extraction yet. So you see, so here I need 41 papers extracted by end of whatever the period, and you can see this is how it looks like. So begin extraction, so I would hit begin extraction, and then you will see your full text in a side. You have to just copy paste the stuff here to your form. So here copy pasted, and then you can write if you like, and then first author details, so Alsaran, and then this particular review want me to put year within brackets, so I left it as it is, and country of publication I will usually go to methods, and here it is. They've done it in Riyadh, I think it's from Arab, yeah, so from Saudi Arabia. So I said other because it's not listed, and then here. So you need to keep going, try to save while you go, and then once you're happy, send for consensus, so that where it end up, let's see. So you see the 5 tabs here, so total included all the studies here in the extraction phase, and there are 34 studies it has not started, and there are 0 papers in progress, and consensus required 3 non-completed studies. So I'm just going to go to consensus required because there are 3 studies that people have done this one, and then I go and do begin consensus. So either you can do it like, for example, here reviewer 1 and 2 together, they can sit down and do it, or otherwise like a third person like me come on board and do it. So here even you can see there are like 25 conflicts. Even a comma can make a conflict. So here it seems they have added a tab, so I'm just going to pick this one, and the title is repetitively written here, I think. So this is the correct title looking at this one, so I'm just going to pick this one. So one person has found the the email address, so I'm just going to pick this one, and you can keep going with the other conflicts as well. If you are in a position where some person some extra how to say, like for example, like here it says 1 year not reported, it's a bit confusing, so I need to know what the exact detail is. So you have to read the full text paper, find it, and then either you can, like let's say it's 2 years, then you can still type it, or either you can pick this one or that one. It really depends. Okay, so this is where that they have done the data extraction, fully done the consensus, and then this is how it look like. See, this the person one has done it, person two done it, and then the final decision is taken. And now it's the time that you need to export this data into an Excel sheet so that we can use it, or you can analyze it. We can see the summary, we can see the mapping. All right, so there are different ways to do it. So extraction here, different ways in the sense, different facts, different how to say, different data sets that we can take. Either you can take all these details, or either you can take these details, or also you can accompany with the quality assessment findings as well. So here I'm gonna pick data extraction consensus only. Say pick it, prepare file. You see it comes to pending. And download. So it's come as a CSV file. It'll come as a CSV file, and let me open it. So I usually don't work with CSV. I like to use it in Excel. So I just go to File, Export, Excel. All right. So it'll be in my download folder as an Excel sheet. Here we go. So you can see all the extracted data, and you can see like for example here, by looking at, I can see, oh, most of the studies are coming from Asian countries, and some European countries are there. So likewise you can get a map of the things. Here the age range, can see they are about, let's say, about 20 people, but the range goes even up to 80. So you can have a look, can have a summary of the things as we need for our review. So this is how we can do it in Excel and Covidence, the data extraction. I mean, if you know how to do it for a systematic review, you can adapt this into a scoping review as well. Okay, hope you've enjoyed, and if you have any confusions, clarifications required, just drop a message or a comment under this video.